Hi lovelies, for today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make this stylish corset with draped mesh by the side. So if this is something you like, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to leave your comment at the comment section. So let's dive right into today's video. Now to start, we are going to start by drafting out our pattern. Now, the first measurement you need is to mark your shoulder to bust line, under bust line, waistline. For my basque, I added 4 inches after my waistline for my basque length. Next step you're going to take is to measure your shoulder. Whatever measurement you get, divide it by 2. My shoulder is 14, divided by 2 will give me 7. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch. For my neckline, I'm using 3.5 inches at this point. Now, after marking that, I'm going to connect it to my shoulder slope. After marking that, the next step is to find your armhole line. And to get that is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. I got 7 inches, which I marked. Now, I'm going to place my ruler and draw a straight line at this point. Now, after I'm done marking that, the next step I'm going to take is to place my tape again. And I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I'm going to place my ruler and I'm going to connect it to the upper part of my shoulder. So after marking this now, the next step I'm going to take is to place my tape and I will divide my armhole into 2 equal parts. I'm going to mark the midpoint of my armhole. Then from that point, I'll come out by ½ inch. I'll place my tape and I'll divide my bust measurement by 4. Whatever you get, you mark. Now place your ruler, connect to the upper part, and then from the midpoint, connect to your bust measurement divided by 4. After you're done marking this, the next step you want to take is to go ahead to mark your dart. You're going to start by marking your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches divided by 2. I have 3.5 inches, which I'm going to extend this all the way down and to my basque length. Now place your tape, divide the remaining part of your shoulder into 2. Place your ruler, connect from the bust all the way to the shoulder. The next step you're going to take is to mark your dart intake. Now my bust is on the smaller size. For my dart intake, I'm using 1 inch. If you have a fuller bust, you can use 1.5 inches on both sides, but if your bust is within 36 to 38, you use 1 inch on one side and 1.5 on the other side. Now I'm just going to go ahead to place my ruler and I'm going to connect this all the way from the upper part to the lower part. After connecting this, I'll go in with my marker and I'll go ahead to outline my pattern. The next step is to go ahead to connect from the bust to the under bust, and I'll also go ahead to repeat the same thing at the other side of my pattern. Now after I'm done connecting, this is what I have. Now you're going to determine where your neckline will start. That is the next part you'll be drafting out. Now you can determine that from your chest line. I'm using 1.5 inches. If you have a fuller bust, you can use 2 inches, or place your tape from your shoulder measurement and determine where you want the neckline or the cup area of your pattern to start. Now rule out a line at that point. After that, the next step is to mark your dart intake. So I have a smaller bust. My bust is 33.5 inches. So for my dart intake, I'm using 0.75 at both sides. So if your bust is like 36, 35, 37, you can use 1 inch on both sides. Then if you have a fuller bust, at the center front here, you use 1 inch, while at the side, you use 1.5. Now you're also going to determine how deep your corset bridge will be. Now I'm using my chest line and I'm going to go in by ½ inch at that point. Then I will mark. After I'm done marking, I'm going to place my ruler, connect from the bust to the under bust. After connecting, I will go in with my marker to mark this out to make it more visible for you to see. Then I'll connect my cup. Mark your cup on the other side. You're going to use your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 and add ½ inch. If you have a fuller bust, add 1 inch to the sides of your pattern. So I'll just go ahead to connect this at this side. So after connecting, this is what I have. Now you want to make sure that the upper part of your cup matches, so I'll just blend it out and mark, then I'll connect it to the side. So this is what I have after I'm done marking out. I'll go ahead to connect at the upper part. After connecting at this point, the next step is to mark out your yoke area. So you can come in by 2.5 or 3 inches. It totally depends on the size of your body at this point. So I'm using like 2.5 inches because this has like a sort of queen and neckline effect at the yoke area. Then I'll connect. So this is what I have. I'll go ahead to outline. Now another thing you want to do is to tighten the yoke because you don't want to have any form of keeping. Go up by 0.3 inches here and mark. After marking this, go ahead to blend it and you're going to shed this out. Here is my yoke. Now let's insert the body measurement. Go ahead to label your cup as A and B. After that, place your tape and you're going to mark your bust measurement divided by 4. Now, I like picking the dart at the chest line area because it's the closest to the bust. You can also use the dart intake you have at the over bust, but most times you have excess by the side, so I prefer using the one at the chest line. I'll replace that, then add a sewing allowance of 1.5 inches. My underbust measurement is 28 inches divided by 4 to give me 7. I'll pick this dart intake I have, replace, then add my stitching allowance of 1.5 inches. I'll place my tape here. My waist is 28 inches. I want to snatch out 2 inches from it. Then I'll minus that 2 inches, divide it, and then mark. Replace the dart intake of 2 inches and then add 1.5 inches for my stitching allowance. After marking this now, I'm going to connect. If you notice, I didn't connect all the way to the basque length because we are going to draw out a basque at that area. Now, after connecting at this point, this is what I have. Now let's mark our bust dart. To get your bust dart is the difference between your shoulder to waist in front and your shoulder to waist at the back. My shoulder to waist in front, my new measurement is 17, while for the back is 16. Then if I take out 16 from 17 inches, what I have is 1 inch, which I'll mark and I'll go ahead to connect. So I'll just go ahead to mark that out. This is how to get your bust dart. So after I'm done marking at this point, I'm going to come in by my sewing allowance at the waistline so that the waistline of the back and the waistline of the front will match when you're joining your dress together. Blend your darts and make sure it matches. Now for the basque there, it is not too pointy, so I'll just draw it out this way. I'll still go ahead to readjust my basque with my marker. If you're not okay with the shape of the basque, please go ahead to readjust yours. So after that, I'll just go ahead to mark this out. So this is what I have after marking out. After that, I'll go ahead to outline the sides of the dress. So this is what I have for the front pattern. Now we are going to cut this out. After cutting this, we'll draft the back and the skirt part of the dress. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. So I'll just go ahead to cut this out. So while cutting this out, make sure you take out that little dart intake to tighten the yoke part of your dress. This is to avoid any excess towards that part. Now I'll also go ahead to cut out this part. But when cutting this part, I'm going to cut it out as one piece because if you notice, there's no joining at the front part of your pattern. Also remember to blend your bust dart and I'll connect. So this is what I have at this point. After that, I will go ahead to cut out the rest of my pattern. If you have any question, just like I said earlier, please go ahead to ask. Remember to use your tape to hold your corset at this area where you have the bust dart and blend out, or you can use your pin to hold yours just like I did. So after cutting out, I'll blend this out. This is the front pattern. Now let's go ahead to draft the back pattern of this dress. For the back pattern, I've gone ahead to mark out all the basic measurements, the shoulder to bust and waistline, right? So for the back neckline, I'm still using 3 inches. So I found the chest line for the back the same way we did for the front. That is, the armhole is the same with that of the front. Now what I'll do is to mark a basic neckline of 3.5 by 1.5 inches for the back. Now after marking that, the next step I'll take is to mark my darts. I'll start by marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2. After marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2, I'll place my ruler and connect a straight line. Now I'll mark 1/2 inch on both sides of my pattern. After marking that, I'm going to come down by 1 inch at this point. After marking this, I'm going to extend it all the way to this side and then extend the other side also to this side. Now this is what I have after I am done marking. Now the next step I'm going to take is to go ahead to mark my measurement. I'll mark my bust measurement divided by 4 and I'll add that same 1.5 inches I used for the sewing allowance of the front pattern. Now for the back, remember we snatched the waistline of the front. So if you took out that 2 inches from your waistline, you also do it here. So that same waist measurement you use for the front, you use it for the back pattern. Then remember to replace your dart and add your sewing allowance. The next step you're going to take is to connect. After connecting, this is what I have. And now we are going to mark out the yoke area. I'm coming down by 1.5. Then I'll use my nipple point as a guide to where the keyhole neckline for the back yoke will be. I'll go ahead to connect this all the way to this point. After connecting, this is what I have. Now the next step is to go ahead to outline, and then I'll also tighten the yoke of the back so that it will relax. Before doing that, I'll come in by 2 inches because I want the lacing at the back to be 2 inches. You can use 1.5, 2 inches, 2.5. I'll make a dot to indicate there's a lacing there. I'll come down by 1/2 inch, go up by 1/2 inch here, then connect. Why I'm doing this is I'm tightening the yoke of my dress. You don't want to have any gaping at the back. You notice how I slide it into the actual measurement. So I'll just go ahead and use my marker to outline this. After that, I'll go ahead to cut out my pattern. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. I'll just go ahead to cut this out. After cutting this out, I'll blend in my darts, right? For the back pattern, I'm not going to sew the darts. I'll blend in the darts at the lower part of this dress. So this is the back pattern I have, just one piece, not where your yoke will meet the back pattern. So first, I'm going to open up my pattern and I'm going to spread it out. Now to cut out your skirt, the first measurement you need is to know what you're going to fold with. My hip is 40 inches divided by 4. I have 10. Now I'm adding additional 2 inches for my sewing allowance, right? Now after marking that, I'm going to place my tape. That is the starting point, and my skirt length is 40 inches, which I'll add additional 2 inches to it for folding allowance. Now I'll just mark out that 40 inches to serve as a guide, right? Now at the upper part of this pattern, I'll go ahead, place my tape, and I'm going to measure 7 inches to get my hip point. If you're on a much taller side, please go ahead to use 8 inches to get this. At the waistline, remember we snatched our waist at the upper part. My waist was 28 inches. I took out 2 inches from it, which made it 26. So if you divide that 26 by 4, it will give you 6.5 inches. Now I'll be adding a dart. To add a dart, mark your nipple to nipple point divided by 2. Now for my dart extension at the lower part, I'll be using 5 inches dart intake. Now I'll mark 1/2 inch on both sides of this pattern which I'll blend out towards this side. So you go ahead to sew out your dart. Now this 1-inch dart intake we took out here, replace it by the side, then add 2 inches, which will serve as your sewing allowance, right? So I'll mark these 2 inches here, and after that I'll go ahead to mark my hip circumference here, and I'll add additional 2.5. so sorry, I used 2.5 inches for my sewing allowance, not 2 inches. So fold, you can fold with 2 inches or 2.5, it is still okay. Now I'll place my tape at my waist and mark my waist to knee point. My waist to knee point is about 21 inches, and I'll come up by 2 inches from that point. Now I'll place my ruler and draw out a straight line there. After marking that, whatever measurement you have towards the hip, take out 2 inches from that point and go ahead to mark it out, right? If you have like 12 inches, you're going to mark 10 inches here. Unless you don't want your skirt to be too fitted, you can go ahead to use 1.5 inches at the lower part. So after marking this, now I'll just go ahead to connect. I'll go ahead to place my curved rule, connect from the upper part to the hip and all the way to the lower part of my pattern. After marking this, I'll just go ahead to cut this out. While cutting out, I added additional 1/2 inch at the upper part of this skirt, which will serve as a joining allowance to the upper part of the corset. Now after cutting this out, I placed it on another fabric. Now we are going to add our zipper allowance to the front. For my zipper allowance, I'm using 1.5 inches, right? Now you can use 2 inches if you want. Now after making sure I have 2 inches, I'm just going to go ahead to trace out the shape I have from the side of my pattern all the way to the lower part. After tracing this out, I'll go ahead to slit the front of this dress open. So after slitting this dress, after cutting this out, I'll place the front, that is the upper pattern of this dress, I'll transfer it to fabric. So this is what I have for the back, and this is what I have for the front. So in our next video, I'll be showing you how to join these pieces to achieve the dress. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead, and also don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. Thanks. See you in our next video.